Hello and welcome to ENI UK and Europe edition. I'm Giancarlo Matera, reporting from London. We will bring you news reports from the United Kingdom and Europe, and we have live reporters on standby, ready to give their reports. In today's lineup, we have the news roundup from UK and Europe. Then we have Love and Season on the line, who's be reporting live from the United Kingdom on how Princess Beatrice wed in secret. Then we go to Ashley Espiritu, who will also be reporting from the United Kingdom on how a brother saved lives of his little sister from a dog attack. Then we have reports from Geneva, Switzerland on what is vlogging, an Iglesia Ni Cristo online seminar in France, Belgium, Monaco, and Switzerland, reported by John Kevin Glauser. Helsinki, Finland, report on the Sibelius Monument, a must-see when you visit Helsinki, Finland, reported by Christina Kinnunen. In Frankfurt, Germany, the Iglesia Ni Cristo in Europe celebrates the first anniversary of its Central and Western Europe districts, reported by Francis Manalili. And in this week's View from Our Window, will give us a scenic view from one of our beautiful European cities. We end today's show with INC greetings in English, French, and in German. Now to the UK headlines. In England, face coverings will become mandatory in enclosed public spaces, including supermarkets, indoor shopping centres, transport hubs, banks, and post offices, starting from the 24th of July 2020. They must also be worn when buying takeaway food and drink, although they can be removed in a seating area. Those who break the rules could face a fine of up to £100, and police will be able to use force to remove customers from shops if they do not wear a face covering, as well as prevent them from entering. Guidance from the College of Policing says police say they will only be enforcing the rules, including issuing the £100 fines, as a last resort, and the officers will not be patrolling premises. There are exemptions to the new rules for children under 11, those with disabilities or certain health conditions, such as respiratory or cognitive impairments, that make it difficult for them to wear a face covering. Public Health England has warned parents not to buy coverings for babies and young children because of the risk of choking or suffocation. In UK football news, Liverpool Football Club lift the Premier League trophy on the famous Cup end at Anfield Football Stadium after a thrilling 5-3 win over Chelsea last Wednesday.
It's special. It's easy. We don't have to compare because we never won it before. We all know that it could have been different and could have been better. Could have been worse if we wouldn't have won the game, for example. So I think the boys gave us opportunity to have a really special night because I think a lot of people thought before the game, one team fights for the Champions League, for getting the Champions League, and the other team is maybe already on the beach. But these boys are so special. I couldn't be more proud. Absolutely great. It was absolutely great. What made it even more special that the families could be then in the stadium. We were not allowed for the game, but for the trophy lift it was allowed. And so we knew they're in the stadium, but because of the light, we didn't see them exactly. But I knew my family, which I didn't see for a pretty long time, was here tonight, which made it even more special because you want to share these moments with your loved ones. I had all my loved ones around me with the players, the staff, all the people I worked with together. Really have to say the people who had organized it made absolute best of it. If it would have been like a last game or today Chelsea, if we win, we are champions, then we wouldn't have had the opportunity to go on the Cup. So I was never before on the Cup, was pretty special, and I think it makes sense that in the moment when the people are not in, that we use the Cup then to celebrate it with them together in our hearts. So it was really.
Jurgen Klopp's men ensured a memorable night was accompanied by a positive result after just 2 wins in 5 previous games since they clinched a first Premier League title in 30 years.
We know where we're at. We know that if we we make mistakes like that against a team of the quality of Liverpool, then this is what can happen. But there were a lot of good things in the game, so I certainly don't want to get in an individual conversation about players. We've got now 2 big domestic games to play this week, and it's important that we go in and together, as in players, fans, everybody, trying to finish the season how we there will be a lot going on Sunday. What's important for the players is they absolutely focus on ourselves, because it is in our own hands, and that's the job I'll do as well. We can't really affect what's going on elsewhere, and we have to try and get over the line. We've got character in the group, we've got quality, we've got a good opponent coming. It's on us now. We know where we're at. We know that.
In Germany, ex-Nazi camp guard, 93 years old, gets 2-year suspended sentence. A 93-year-old former Nazi concentration camp guard, Bruno Day, has been given a suspended sentence of 2 years for complicity in World War II atrocities, in what could be one of the last such cases of surviving SS guards. In France, electric scooters on the streets of Paris. David Belliard, the first deputy mayor of Paris, announces that 3 companies have been chosen to offer a self-service electric scooter service in the streets of Paris. They are the American company Lime, the German company Tier, and the French-Dutch company Dot, which will each be able to deploy 5,000 scooters for 2 years on the 2,500 sites in Paris. It's time for a break now, but please come back for more E&I UK and Europe edition.
Celebrities naman ang makikipagtagisan ng galing. Sino? Kina Ira Bermudez, Gabriel Umali, Jenny Gabriel, Miko Aitona, Hazel Faye, ang tatanghaling TNG Celebrity Grand Winner na mananalo ng 100,000 pesos at gayon din ang kanyang chosen beneficiary, with special performance from our TNG Jurados and our Celebrity Edition host, Ruru Madrid. Abangan yan dito lang sa Tagisan ng Galing Celebrity Edition. Tagisan ng Galing is presented by SMC Infrastructure, building a better world. Sanmig sugar-free white coffee, puno ng white coffee taste without the sugar, kaya lower calories. Try mo na Sanmig sugar-free white coffee. Sarap ng white coffee, now sugar-free. Vet-approved Nutrichoice, the only premium dog food with active boost for optimum energy and prebiotics that help strengthen immunity. Just like Catherine Bernardo, gawing listo, ganado ang fur babies niyo. Listo ganado sa Nutrichoice. Magnolia Chicken Templados, delicious, ready to cook and freshly marinated daily. Pure Foods Luncheon Meat, pure sarap for every family. Star Chunky Cheese Corned Beef, ang cheesy ng corned beef mo. Walang duda, kids can tell na #1 ang Pure Foods Tender Juicy. Ang tender, ang juicy, ang sarap. Co-presented by Cooper, expert in air conditioning and electromechanical. Also engaged in structural, electrical, fire protection, plumbing, and sanitary services. Cooper, your ultimate MEPS and air conditioning solutions. Unlad Incorporated International, fight against global poverty. New San Jose Builders Incorporated. Canrib Corporation, your ventilation and air conditioning specialist. VitaHerbs Philippines Green Coffee, masarap, mabango, at healthy pa. Puerto Rico Resort and Convention Center, Cabiao, Nueva Ecija. I love Puerto Rico. In participation with Philippine National Bank, masasandalan ng pamilyang Pilipino saan man sa mundo. PNB, you first. Department of Health.
Protektahan natin ang sarili at mga mahal sa buhay.
Pinasolusyon sa COVID-19. Rain or Shine Elastomeric Waterproofing Paint. Matimco. R Square Variables Incorporated. Compizel Enterprises. Saisho International Trading Corporation. DN Steel. EMAC UPB Roof Corporation. East West Bank. Your dream, our focus.
Listo at ganado ang baby ko sa vet-approved Nutri-Chunks with active boost and prebiotics na pampalisto. Made with real meat, with essential nutrients to help them grow healthy and happy. Listo, ganado sa Nutri-Chunks.
The successful development of TPLEX, or Tarlac Pangasinan La Union Expressway in 2009, a 4-lane toll road that extends from Tarlac City to Rosario La Union, with an additional approved extension of 56 kilometers all the way to San Juan La Union. This is expected to reduce travel time to Baguio and other provinces in northern Luzon. Realizing the vision of creating a better world for Filipinos fueled the team's focus.
Hey, Gretchen Ho here, and I'm a white coffee lover. Creamy kasi, and very yummy. Pero mas masarap kung hindi nakaka-guilty. Check my new discovery, Sandmade Sugar-Free White Coffee. Puno ng white coffee taste without the sugar, kaya lower calories. Try mo na! Sandmade Sugar-Free White Coffee. Sarap ng white coffee, now sugar-free.
Ikaw lang ang star ng buhay ko. Para sa akin, perfect ka. Ibang klase ang sarap ng corned beef mo. Ang cheesy ng corned beef mo. Pag Star Chunky Cheese Corned Beef, sarap ng corned beef, inangat pa ng real cheese cubes. Kaya perfect ang sarap. Star Chunky Cheese Corned Beef.
Welcome back to ENI UK and Europe edition. I'm Giancarlo Matera, now with more interesting stories from the UK this week. We go to Love Anne Season, who's reporting on Princess Beatrice's wedding in secret. Hello, Love Anne.
Hi, Giancarlo, and thanks for having me. So Buckingham Palace has confirmed the Queen's granddaughter, Princess Beatrice, has married her Italian businessman fiancé on Friday in a small private ceremony in front of Queen Elizabeth II. 31-year-old Beatrice had been due to marry property developer Edoardo Mappelli-Mozzi, 37 years old, at St. James Palace in central London on May 29, and expected to be a much grander affair. But the wedding was postponed because of the coronavirus outbreak. But the nuptials were on hold and no rescheduled date was given. They have been engaged since September 2019. Now, Buckingham Palace confirmed the couple tied the knot in an unannounced ceremony involving a small number of guests, including Prince Philip. The private wedding ceremony of Princess Beatrice and Mr. Edoardo Mappelli-Mozzi took place at 11 a.m. on Friday, 17th July, at the Royal Chapel of All Saints at Royal Lodge, Windsor. The royal family said in a statement. The small ceremony with less than 30 guests was attended by the Queen, the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip, and close family. The wedding took place in accordance with all relevant government guidelines. The Queen, 94, and her 99-year-old husband have been self-isolating at the Castle of West London because of their age. It puts them in a high-risk category for coronavirus. The Queen had to cut the ceremony short as she later knighted a 100-year-old World War II veteran, Captain Sir Thomas Moore, in the Windsor grounds, who raised nearly £33 million, or $41.3 million, for British health charities by walking 100 laps in his back garden while under quarantine, and spoke about the wedding. She told Captain Tom Moore that her granddaughter got married in the morning. Both Prince Philip and her managed to get there, and that was very nice. The Queen also made Captain Tom Moore Sir in recognition of his efforts. Members of the royal family have been living in different royal residences since the start of the lockdown in late March. Beatrice and her sister Eugenie, 30, are the daughters of Andrew and Sarah Ferguson. Both attended the ceremony, as did the groom's parents, report said. Now, the princess is ninth in line to the throne and works for an artificial intelligence software firm. Mapelli Mozzi is a count and the son of a former Olympic skier. Mapelli Mozzi, whose stepfather was a friend of Britain's former Prime Minister David Cameron, has a young son called Wolfie from a previous relationship. Princess Beatrice looks stunning in her vintage wedding dress and Queen Mary fringe tiara. Back to you, Giancarlo.
Thank you, Lavan. This is a very unique time for anyone who is getting married during this pandemic. And as we know, traditionally, royal weddings have always been at a grand scale. If we think about Harry and Meghan's wedding when they got married, what makes Princess Beatrice's wedding special and unique and honor the royal traditions?
Yeah, you're right. Normally, royal weddings are a grand affair and attract a lot of media and public attention. But with the pandemic situation, there were details in their wedding which still honored decades old of royal tradition, even if their ceremony was a low-key one and intimate. So first of all, Princess Beatrice and Eduardo have become the first ever royal couple to say "I do" in the All Saints Chapel in Windsor Great Park. The bride also chose not to wear a custom gown and instead wore a dress from her grandmother. So to borrow one of the Queen's dresses, well, it showed a lot of solidarity and strong support for the most important member of the royal circle, especially after a challenging year for Beatrice's family. The princess' bouquet had sprigs of myrtle. This is a royal tradition going back to the 1858 wedding of Queen Victoria and Prince Albert's oldest daughter, also named Victoria. So myrtle has become the symbol of marriage within the bridal bouquets. Now, another royal wedding tradition reported in the news was when she sent her bouquet to the tomb of the unknown warrior in Westminster Abbey. This is a sweet tradition that's almost a century old, and it has been followed by all other royal brides since the Queen Mother, who laid her bouquet there to honor her brother who died in the Battle of Luz. Back to you, Giancarlo.
Thank you, Lavan, and thank you for your report.
Thank you, Giancarlo. Reporting for EBC from London, United Kingdom, I am Lavan Avillanosa Susan, and we live in interesting times.
Now another report from the United Kingdom. We have Ashley Espiritu, who will report on a young boy saving the life of his little sister from a dog attack. Hello, Ashley.
Hello, Giancarlo. Thank you. So Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, and Spider-Man, superheroes have lined up in recent days to praise the courage of a 6-year-old boy who was mauled while saving his little sister from a dog attack. You're a hero. What you did was so brave, so selfless. Your sister is so lucky to have you as a big brother, said Chris Evans, the actor who played Captain America in the Avengers movies, of which the little boy is a big fan. Your parents must be so proud of you, said Evans. Bridger Walker, who lives in the western states of the USA of Wyoming, put himself between a German Shepherd mix and his little sister at the beginning of July, as the dog was about to attack the 4-year-old girl. In a post from his father, Robert Walker, he stated that while at a friend's house, Bridger and his sister went into the home's backyard. Another child that was with them pointed out the nice dog and then pointed out the mean dog. Bridger explained how at that moment, the mean dog ran up to them. The father further explained, "It was then in that ambush, Bridger stepped to his side in front of his little sister to save her from the aggressive dog. He was bitten badly on the cheek and underwent emergency surgery, during which he had 90 stitches put to his face. If someone had to die, I thought it should be me," the little boy's parents said he told them afterwards. His story went viral all across the world on social media, with thousands across the world giving heartfelt messages to Bridger. A number of celebrities also responded to an appeal by his aunt on Instagram for messages of support for the boy. Among them was Robert Downey Jr., who plays Iron Man in the Avengers series, who promised Bridger something special for his next birthday. Chris Hemsworth, the actor who played Thor in the superhero films, also praised Bridger as an absolute inspiration. "Your courage is beyond belief, and we all are so impressed by you, and we're thinking of you," he said. I know you're an Avenger fan, and so myself and all the team, we'd be honored to have you on the team, and we love you and we're sending you our support. British actor Tom Holland, who played as Spider-Man, also called Bridger to praise him for his brave actions to save his little sister. Tom said to Bridger that he was welcome to visit the set of the new Spider-Man movie once they started filming. Bridger was completely starstruck to be able to talk to his favorite Avengers, but they too were starstruck by his bravery and courage. Back to you, Giancarlo.
Thank you, Ashley. Besides Bridger's favorite Avengers characters, who else praised Bridger for his selfless act?
Well, Bridger's selfless act in saving his little sister went viral after his aunt Nikki posted the accident on her Instagram, and the post received hundreds of thousands of likes and comments. Other celebrities saw the post and continued to give Bridger heartfelt messages on his act. Some of these were Hugh Jackman, Anne Hathaway, the Russo brothers, Mark Ruffalo, who also plays the Hulk in the Avengers series. The father, Robert Walker, replied to all of them, and he said, "The love and support we have received astounds us." Giancarlo.
Thank you, Ashley. And how is Bridger now? Is he recovering?
Yes, Bridger is now back at home and resting, and of course spending all this time with his little sister. It will definitely take a while for his 90 stitches to heal, but Bridger is spending every day like nothing happened. In Bridger's father's post on the event, he urged everyone to follow Bridger's example, approach the world as a child, and bring greater peace to our homes, communities, states, and countries. Giancarlo.
Thank you, Ashley, for that heartwarming report.
Thank you, Giancarlo. I'm Ashley Espiritu, correspondent from London, United Kingdom, and we live in interesting times.
It's time for a break now, so please come back for more ENI UK and Europe edition.
Tatawagin ko na ang 5 contestants na papasok sa finals.
Nasa inyong mga kamay ang kanilang kapalaran at 100% ng desisyon ay manggagaling sa inyong boto. Kaya vote na sa pinakamagaling na contestant. Kung ikaw ay Team Angel Nicole Francisco, text TNG Space Angel. Sa palagay mo, Cosmic Angels ang pinakamagaling. Text TNG Space Cosmic.
Sa mga ito ay kailanan, di ako sumusok sa anong laban. Kami ang naging malakit, kanino man naniniwala sa kababalahan. Mga pamahin hanggang patong bayan, sa pamumuli na ay musika naman. Pinakamalakas na panlaban, pag-ibig para sa mga kabataan. Di kinaiyan sa tamang paraan, para ang siko ng bawat kabataan. Bawat kabataan, Pilipinas ating bayan.
Kung Power Duo ang nagpahanga sa'yo, text TNG Space Power. Support na kung napahanga ka ni Jonah Chris Pangilio. Text TNG space Jonah Chris. One at the best na para sa'yo si Edrain Oclarino. Text TNG space Edrain. Boto na at isend sa 0922-110-1400. Isang boto kada isang mobile number. Make sure na tama ang keyword para valid ang boto mo. Pwede rin kayong bumoto via online. Pumunta lang sa Tagisan ng Galing channel sa YouTube. Hanapin ang performance ng paborito niyong contestant. Panuurin, i-like at i-share. 25% ang text votes, 25% ang views, 25% ang like at 25% ang share. Kaya naman lahat ng boto, views, like at shares nyo ay mahalaga. So vote now! At sabay-sabay nating abangan kung sino ang tatanghaling ultimate grand winner sa Tagisan ng Galing!
Malaking parte ng pamumuhay namin ang agrikultura. Sa mother side ko, ang kanilang kalakal ay animal husbandry. Sila po ay nag-aalaga ng mga baka. Magmula po sa Pangasinan, napunta po ng Nueva Ecija. Ang father side ko naman po, mula po sa Spain, pagdating nila dito sa Pilipinas, sila po yung tinatawag na uring may lupa. Talagang nabuhay po kami, ibinuhay po sa amin ang agrikultura. Mga mahal kong kababayan, ito po si Robin Padilla, inaanyayahan ko po kayong manood ng Unlad, Kaagapay sa Hanap Buhay. Dito po sa Net 25.
May kaagapay sa hanap buhay.
Welcome back to ENI UK and Europe edition. Now for more interesting stories from mainland Europe. In Geneva, Switzerland, what is vlogging? We have an English and Cristo online seminar in France, Belgium, Monaco and Switzerland, reported by John Kevin Glauser. Let's watch his report.
Vlogging has become nowadays one of the main ways of creating content on the internet. And members of the Iglesia Ni Cristo Church of Christ in Belgium, Switzerland, Monaco, and France had the opportunity to learn more about this through an online seminar.
Go to different places to film. Try to experiment with cinematic cutaways.
Ik kijk heel graag naar vlogs. Zelf vind ik het moeilijk om het zelf te doen, maar ik wil het zeker wel eens proberen in de toekomst.
The attendees learned how to prepare for a vlog, what to remember when filming, and things to consider for the post-production phase.
You actually don't need a camera or microphone or ring light because you already have a smartphone, and you can also use your headphones as your microphone.
The attendees not only got to watch examples of vlogs, they also got to participate. But for the participants, was the seminar just a fun learning experience?
I'm very inspired now. I'm more motivated to vlog more, even though it's just for fun, but we can use this for the upcoming projects inside the church.
Reporting for Eagle News International from Geneva, Switzerland, I'm John Kevin Glauser. We live in interesting times.
Now we have a report from Helsinki, Finland, where the Sibelius Monument, a must-see landmark in Helsinki, Finland. This report is by Christina Kinnunen, and let's watch her report.
When visiting Finland, one of the most popular landmarks is the Paseo Musicae. The Finnish artist Eila Hiltunen won the competition arranged by the Sibelius Society in commemoration of the death of Jan Sibelius in 1957. Sibelius Monument is in Turku, in the capital city, Helsinki. The sculpture is composed of more than 600 acid-proof steel tubes, welded together and hand-textured by Hiltunen. The shape of the structures resembles organ pipes, which had stirred public debate since Sibelius never really composed organ music. The face of the great composer in his creative age was added to ease the public. It took almost 4 years for Hiltunen to finish the sculpture until its unveiling on September 7, 1967. The Sibelius Monument weighs about 30 tons. It measures 8.5 meters in height, with a length of 10.5 meters and a depth of 6.5 meters. Paseo Musicae is the title Eila Hiltunen gave to the sculpture to capture the essence of the music of Sibelius. A smaller version made also of stainless steel called Homage to Sibelius is at the UNESCO headquarters in Paris, France. Even today, 53 years later, the Sibelius Monument shows no sign of aging or corrosion. The monument is not only a symbol of the genius composer Jan Sibelius, but also a sculpture of a gifted and determined sculptor, Eila Hiltunen. And that is all about the Sibelius Monument. This is Christina Kinnunen reporting from Helsinki, Finland. We live in interesting times.
Iglesia Ni Cristo members in Europe celebrate the first anniversary of Central and Western Europe's district. We have a report now from Francis Manalili. Let's watch her report.
Amidst the various challenges the world is encountering at the moment, members of the Iglesia Ni Cristo, Church of Christ, continue to smile, and even more so in Europe, as the church ecclesiastical districts of Central and Western Europe celebrate their first anniversary. From Germany to France, Switzerland, the Netherlands, Luxembourg, Uzbekistan, Belgium, and Monaco, the growth of the church in this part of the world has been witnessed by many.
Unang-una po kami ay nalulugod, maligaya po sa pakiramdam dahil sa naging nasaksihan po namin mismo ang paglago ng iglesia sa bansang Germany. At naniniwala po kami dahil ang dahilan kung bakit kami naririto, dinala kami sa bansang ito, ay para din po sa tungkulin naming taglay ngayon. Kaya mapalad po at maligaya po kami sa pagkakataong ito.
Here in Switzerland and Western Europe, we also feel the growth of the church because of all the successful activities through the help of God.
Pang maisasalarawan ko na yung aming lokal nung maging sakop po ng Western Europe, nakita ko po talaga yung malaking pagbabago dahil nagkaroon po kami ng manggagawa na nakakapagsalita ng French. Sumigla po talaga yung aming ginagawang pagmimisyon. Proud po kami dahil kabahagi po kami ng pagunlad ng aming lokal dito sa aming distrito.
From one generation to the next, activities and projects of the church are attended with full dedication by its members.
Whenever I perform my duty as a choir po, I feel at peace.
The young members of the Church of Christ prioritize their membership is because they are truly aware and they fully believe that all the work that they do for the Lord will never be in vain.
Young members of the Church of Christ prioritize their membership because it's an important thing and it serves as a guide for us while we grow up.
And even nowadays, when the world is surrounded by turmoil, families and individual members continue to be active.
Bilang mga magulang, sinikap kong maging masigla rin sila sa panunungkulan nila sa loob ng iglesia at makatulong din sila ng pangangasiwa sa anumang mga aktibidad na nilulunsad sa aming lokal.
Mostly in times like this, while there's so much going on, our membership is the only place where we know that we will be safe and we will be protected.
C'est vraiment important car nous savons qu'en étant unis avec l'administration, et ça va nous renforcer notre foi.
On July 27, 2020, the Church of Christ celebrates its 106th anniversary. Despite the particularly challenging times of 2020, which continue to test the resilience of people and countries around the world, members of the Church of Christ remain firm in their conviction, joyous and full of hope.
This church will reap more successes and great victories throughout the world because God continues to inspire our leader, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, through the guidance of our dearest executive minister. We feel the presence of our Lord God, and therefore this church will become great before everyone, and we praise our Lord God for that.
I'm Francis Manalili from EBC Germany. Indeed, we live in interesting times.
Now we go to our view from a window. And today's view comes from Germany, with thanks to Nanette Catalan, who took this footage of Rudesheim am Main, a town which is 1 hour away from the city of Frankfurt. And now to end our show, we have joining us Nanette Catalan and V. Manuel Season for the UK and Europe edition's greeting for the Iglesia de Cristo's 106th anniversary. Hello, Nanette.
Aus dem ENI und UK Europe Edition grüßen wir alle Mitglieder der Kirche Christi auf der ganzen Welt und den Kirchenverwalter, Bruder Eduardo V. Manalo. Alles Gute zum 106. Jahrestag.
From the ENI UK and Europe Edition production team, we would like to greet the INC members around the world and to the Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo.
Happy 106th anniversary!
Thank you for that. We will be back next week again with more news and updates from the UK and Europe. I'm Jakar Matera, and we live in interesting times.